Hello, my colorful people of the coloring community. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I am going to show you my finished pages of May. This is the video I'm scared of the most, I think, to do. Because it's always scary to show your work for the first time. But we're just gonna give it a go, and I hope you like what you see. If you do, please hit the like and subscribe button to help me grow this channel and to make more fun content for you. I have finished 11 pages this month. For me, that's an absolute record. I used to do 2-3 pages every month. So with the start of the channel, following the hashtags, I tend to color a lot more. So without further ado, let me put this stack aside and let me show you what I did this month. First, I am starting with Spooky. I follow the hashtag by, I think it's Christina's Art Corner. Yep, and I am trying to catch up, but not really working. I have a lot of pages planned already. And I did this page for the month of May. Really love doing this. I like doing some challenges, and the glass bottle was a challenge for me. I only used let me see, Inktense. On this one I used some acrylic markers, and I used a little bit of the Korean Deco Brush paint markers. Had a lot of fun doing this. I tried to keep the color palette as simple as possible, so a lot of oranges and reds and greens, to keep the page as simple as possible. So that is this one, and this was for the hashtag, I think, Which Spooky Cat by Christina's Art Corner. Let me put this back. And that's just simple wax paper I put between the pages to pretend it from smearing to the other side. Second one I did was in Tropicoff. Let me see, also a hashtag, also Christina's Art Corner, Tropicoff 2024. And it was also for Mermaid. We did this page. Let me see what I used for this one. I used a lot for this one. I based with Ohuhu markers. I did the shading with the Faber-Castell Black Edition. Let me get you in frame. Faber-Castell Black Edition. I used King Art gel crayons for the background. And for the embellishments, I used Uniball gold and a lot of stickles, as you can see. The shine, I used stickles on her tail. These are, I think, the raspberry ones. I used some glossy accent as well. So I went all out with the glitter. So really love doing this page. Bright colors. Very fun to do. And the next page, I'm already made the June plans, and the next page in this book we are going to do is this one, so looking forward to that one as well. Next page I did was for the, let me check this one. Oh great, when you no, cannot find it this quick. Where is she? It's, oh, she's gone now. Well, I think I got the wrong book. Hold on a minute. she is. That happens when you don't pay attention what you're doing. Let's start over. Next one I did is in Enchanted Faces. And the page I did was for Portrait of Color 2024 with Jamie's Coloring Love. She hosted, no, not that one. And I did this one. Also, this is only Ohuhu markers. Let me check. Yes, only Ohuhu alcohol markers, a little bit of Uniball Signal Gold for some embellishments, and I use white acrylic paint pen. I don't use Poscas actually. I always use these ones. These are the Teaser acrylic markers. It's the one with a plastic nib. This one is titanium white. It's water-based, and these ones, I love them. For me, they work better than the Poscas. So that's that page in Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn. Next one I did was in Matchstick Mouse by Morgan O'Brien, a springtime coloring book. And I did one because I am a Patreon for Lucy Just Adds Color. And we did this page. Really springy page. Love this one. Also I used the Artex pastel markers and a combination with the Ohuhu alcohol markers. Yeah, it's all marker, no shading with pencils whatsoever, so I only used markers. Sometimes you just feel like a little bit more simple and just easy coloring. So, and I love how she turned out. I saved the combination of the mouse so I can do that through the whole book. So that's this one from Morgan O'Brien, Matchstick Mouse, and the Springtime Coloring Book. Also for the Patreon for Lucy, we did a page in Grains of Gold. I loved it when she picked this book because the Hannah Carlson books I have are untouched because I was a bit scared to color in them, afraid that I would fluff it up, as she would say. And we did this page. I do like how it turned out. This is all metallic watercolor. It's actually almost everything is metallic watercolor, and it's the Paul Rubens Couchai. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. It is also in my next haul video because it was a new supply I purchased. I have an opinion about them, so check out my haul video when it comes out this weekend, and I will tell you a little bit more about it. I used for the black background, let me see if I can get that for you because I love it. Or is it? No, I cannot find it anymore. Yeah, there it is. I used this. This is Lefranc, and it's called Flash Emulsion Vinyl Lick. This stuff, it is not cheap, but you can get a lot of from one jar. I think it's 125 milliliters. So, and it doesn't take a lot to get it this black, and this is the blackest I have ever seen anything. It dries up matte, but I love how this turned out. So took the plunge with the watercolors. Not really happy, but it'll do. But this was an untouched book, so that's a plus. Let me get this back in there. And that's in Grains of Gold by Hannah Carlson. Next page I did, let me look it up. Oh, I did not prepare this very well. Let me see, yeah. Also a hashtag. All the hashtags and the channels I refer to are in the description box below. And this is a hashtag for an entire book. There are actually two. One from Amanda Colors and Disney Max Coloring, and the other one is for, let me see if I can find that. I am so sorry. No, I cannot find it. I will put it in the description box. This one is Cameron Dash Pablo's and some white acrylic paint pen, the Arteza ones. I wanted to do this page entirely in pencil. Really love how the little mice turned out. And oh, and before I forget, the background is gel crayons. I have to think about that one. So it's a really simple page, but I really love how this one turned out with the peonies. I think that's called peony roses, and the tulips in the back. So that's the one in Fur Balls by Diane Dufour. I have to get rid of my nerves in this video. Next one, Sea of Colors. That's a hashtag by Amanda Colors, Sea of Colors. And we did the mermaid page. There she is. Tried to keep it as bright as I could. Tried some new color combinations. Really love this one, how they turned out. I used polychromos for the background, and I didn't like how the polys went down on this paper. So after I finished the background, I switched to the Artex pencils. I have the 126 set, and they went down much easier than the polychromos. I used some Uniball Signal Gold for some embellishments, and I used the Arteza white acrylic paint pen to give some accents. Really love how this page turned out. I'm actually quite proud of this one. So that's in Sea of Colors by Angela Gonzalez. Next one is one I did for the hashtag I host myself. This one is in Camellia Angel Cove 50 Ocean Miniatures. And the prompt for that week was mermaid. I have mixed feelings about this one. I like the pencil work. I did a base with Ohuhu markers, but you can see in the tail something went horribly wrong. That is quite a story. I was cleaning up the upstairs office space, and I found some old supplies I had from a long time ago, and I found these ones. I hope you can see that. Or it is not upside down. No. These are the Nouveau glitter markers. And this is the one I used on partially on the tail. And I also used, this is Raspberry Tart. I used the Purple Passion one on the rest of the tail. And I used the Blushing Carmine on the corals. Over there. They are very shiny, as you can see, but the mistake I made is that the color is incredibly dark. You cannot put anything over it, so I was not able to do any shading, and the essential elements of the tail kind of disappeared into nothing. So I like them. They're very glittery and they still work. They have been laying in my office space, I think, for about 2 years, and they still work. So I think I'm gonna swatch them out. I have some other colors too. Let me get them. I have the, this is the Venetian Jade, and this is the Golden Ochre, and this one is Crushed Papaya. If you like me to swatch them on camera, please let me know in the description box, and I will do that and let you see how they look on paper. But they are not a fine tip. Look, it's a very broad tip, so it's very difficult to color with them. But if you want some more information about them, just leave a comment in the description box below. Lesson learned. So this one, it's in 15 Ocean Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova, and it's for the prompt I host, Camelia Angelkova Prompts 2024. For the same hashtag, I did actually 2 pages in 50 dessert themed miniatures. And let's see if I can find them very quickly. First of all, I did this one. Strawberry was the prompt for that week. I used Ohuhu alcohol markers as a base. And I used the Jelly Roll Metallic and the Jelly Roll Glaze Black for some embellishments. And the shading, I used Black Widows. I think Black Widows do really, really good in Camelia Angelkova books. Love how this piggy turned out. And I also did this one. And these are 2 hashtags. One is my own hashtag for the Camelia Angelkova prompts, and the second hashtag was the AC palette by Amanda Colors. And every month she chooses a palette, and you color your page in those colors. You can use skin tones and black and white. And so this one is in that palette. This one is also on Instagram, and there you can see the number of the color palettes she used. She always uses the Sarah Renee Clark color cubes, so you can look which number it was. So those 2 pages are in 50 Dessert Themes Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. Next page I did was in Frogs and Friends. It's actually the first one of the month I did, and it was this page. This was for the hashtag Frogs and Friends by Disney Max Coloring and Amanda Colors. They are going to finish the entire book. I used Ohuhu markers as a base. I did the Brutfuner Square for the shading and the Stress ink for the background, and I used a stencil to make the clouds, and some white acrylic paint pen. And I think there is glossy as accent in the eyes. Let me check. Yes, there is. I used some glossy accent for the eyes. Love this one. This was the first one I did for May, so I'm really, really happy with this one. That is one in Frogs and Friends by Chris Raniak. Last page already. This is Mini Mania by Gabi Wolf, number 1. And this is the hashtag I follow, hosted by Coloring Bumblebee. I'm going to do the entire book. And the page we did for May, no, that's not the page we did for May, it's this one. It is this page. I used Brutfuner squares for the pencil work. Did I use Ohuhu markers? Yes, I also used some Ohuhu markers for mostly the big spaces. The background, the sky is Bruce from the Squares. Love how this one turned out. Really happy actually with the blending. Pencils worked very well on this paper. I used some Arteza white acrylic paint pen for the white accents. I used some Pentel Duro Hybrid gel pens for some embellishments for the ladybug and inside the flowers, and I used also a black jelly roll glaze also for the ladybug. Really enjoyed this page. Love how it turned out. I was a little bit afraid I was using a way too complicated color palette, so I tried to keep it as simple as possible. That is my yeah, how do you say that in English? It's the work, the thing I do the most is to choose too much colors. So I'm forcing myself to keep the color palette as simple as possible, and I really like how the pages turn out then. So you see the yellow comes back here and comes back here, blues are here, the oranges. So, and it's more, it has more cohesion in the page, and it's more yeah, I think not as busy to the eyes as when you use all the colors in your pencil set. So love this page. Thank you Coloring Bumblebee for hosting the hashtag, and I'm looking forward to doing a next month page. Let's see if I can get that. What's next month page? I already did that in the June plans, and that's this page. Again, a challenge for me because a lot of elements. I don't think it will be possible to do this basing with alcohol markers, maybe the grass in the background, but the elements are very small and alcohol markers tend to bleed out a lot. So I think this will be labor of love with pencils. Those were my finished pages for the month of May. Thank you very much for watching. Next video I am going to do is going to be my main May-June haul video, and I am going to host a new hashtag, but I will tell you about that in a separate video. If you like this, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I would love to see you in the next video. Have a great and colorful day.